What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to a new episode of Complete My Collection. This is a series dedicated to finding the Funko Pop grails that I've needed in my collection for a while, but I'm starting with $0 in my budget. This right here is episode 2, so if you want to see what happened in episode 1, definitely go and check that out. But if you've seen that episode and you want to know where we currently stand, here it is. And by the way, our previous balance is negative $44.23. So there were a couple of different bundles of things that I bought from 2 different Entertain Mart stores. Those included the figures of Ash, Glenn, Wolverine, Janet, Super Silver, and Tails. Those all ended up selling, guys, after fees over on Whatnot for $126.32. Combining that back with the negative balance that I had before, guys, currently we have $82.09. But if you folks remember episode 1, I found 2 huge totes, guys, full of Funko Pops, out of box, in box, and well, I had an auction and it ended up selling probably about 2/3 of them. I can put up a list of everything that sold and the amount and everything after fees because it would take a long time to tell you everything. But essentially, of the 2/3 of the stuff that I sold, guys, I ended up getting after fees $420.57, which now brings the grand total to a roaring $502.66. I do have to say that'll probably buy us a good amount of grails that I'm looking for. And speaking of what I'm looking for, guys, I put together a nice little picture so you can visualize all the different various pops that I am on the hunt for. Kind of makes it easier to see. So today the plan is to go do 3 of my favorite stores that I know have some grails here in the state of Utah, and hopefully I can find a piece or 2 that I am looking for. And by the way, guys, from that big lot that I still have, you know, the 1/3 that I still have out of those 2 totes, I'll be donating the rest of the inbox pops to Toys for Tots, guys, and I'll also be giving the out of box pops to my mom. She's an elementary school teacher. She has a class store that she gives to like her students and everything like that, so the out of box pops will be perfect for that. But anyways, folks, enough chatter, enough updates. Let's go out to the stores and see what grails I can find and add to my collection. Here we go. I gotta say, this lighting is pretty terrible, but I'm here at my first stop regardless at the Valley Fair Mall. And with my budget being about $400, guys, I don't plan on spending all of it because it would be great not to go back into the negative again for this challenge. But anyways, I'm excited to see what the nerd store has to offer. If they have anything that I'm looking for, that would be great, but let's go check it out. So I made it inside of the store, guys. We've got a couple different things that I can explore. This kind of has like more of their mid-range stuff, and then they have a grail case. So we'll check out the mid-range stuff first because I do have some of the stuff I'm looking for. Okay, over here is the Star Wars and DC section. I don't believe I have anything Star Wars or DC on my list, but I mean, I can still show off some cool pops, guys. I know this isn't quite the original, but the Jawa has that original mold. That is definitely a fun one. There's something about the old style of chunky pops that I really like. I don't know what it is. I think it's charming. Is that the right word? But I'm trying to think if there's any like Freddy Funkos that I need, or maybe any ad icons. I don't believe so. But some of the other really cool Star Wars pops that I'm seeing in here, guys, are like the Star Wars Rebels. If you guys want to take a look at those, I just realized that I wasn't on them at first. Okay, there we go. That's a better shot of them. And we also have a blue box Darth Maul. That's a cool one too. And speaking of other things that I'm looking for, guys, I don't think there's any Marvel on my list either, but I will say I think they still have a great selection of Marvel pops in here. I may have to go through my list, guys, and decide, because I think there might be a couple Into the Spider-Verse pops that I'm still looking for that I didn't add to my list, so I'll have to double check. I don't think this is one of them though. All right, scanning through the television and movie section that is right here, I see some cool stuff. There is an original E.T. right there, guys. That's a solid one always. I also got Tommy from Tommy Boy. I love that movie. Big Trouble Little China Rain, some Clueless pops, Gladiator. You know what's funny? I actually watched this movie for the first time about a month or so ago, and I love it. I can't wait for the second one. Kind of crazy it's been out that long and I hadn't seen it, but anyways, guys, yeah, tons of great movies and television pops. So over here I am seeing some more cartoon related stuff, more television. We might find something here I need. I know there are a couple of Peanuts pops that are on my list, guys, but I do have Charlie Brown in my collection, so I don't need that one. And Looney Tunes, I think there are a couple that I need, but I have the entire original Space Jam set, so that's not what I'm looking for today. But if you guys want to check out some of the other pops that they have in this little section right here, got some sports down there. Love Tony Hawk, guys. I always feel like I gotta show that off every time. It's an underrated pop in my opinion. Okay, this right here seems to be a cartoon section, and I actually see one pop that is on my list, and it's actually at a pretty good price. So I think it does have a little bit of box damage like on the corners and everything, but I really don't mind a little bit of box damage, especially on something this old. But I am looking for some of the Family Guy pops. This Ray Gun Stewie is on that list. So they want $15 for it, guys. You can see some of the other ones I'm looking for, Peter and the original Stewie, and I think that's a pretty good deal. When did this come out? This was 2015, so I think I'm gonna pick this one up today for sure. I just wanted to hop in here real quick, guys, and tell you the sponsor of this video series, Whatnot. It's a massive marketplace, guys, for anything collectible, a really cool app. I like to go on there personally to look for Funko Pops, but if you're into anything collectible, they've got a little bit of everything. And if you're a first-time user, you never download the Whatnot app before, you can get $15 off your first purchase. I've got an auction coming up very soon, guys. It's in celebration of kind of the end of con season. We'll have some giveaways, some really cool items that I am auctioning. So you don't want to miss out on that. But anyways, guys, that's a little bit about Whatnot. Let's get back into the video.
Okay, folks, so here is their main Grail case, and they've got some good stuff. And there's a couple things that I'm eyeing, actually. So we'll start off from the left right here, guys. Kobe Bryant, I think there might be a couple sports pops I'm looking for, but Kobe is not one of them, but those are pretty cool. Kind of going through, guys, some Freddy Funkos. That Zombie Kenny is really cool from South Park. Bam Bam is not on my list. I kind of forgot to add it, but I think it's one that I've been looking for. Wile E. Coyote is really cool. I love the Looney Tunes pops. You got Mr. Peabody, Nathan Drake from Uncharted. You got Daniel LaRusso back in there as well. What else am I seeing in here, guys? Up top in this case, we have a Freddy Pennywise right there. Proto, that's really cool from the Halloween Series 1, or Funkoween Series 1. Some Game of Thrones, Michonne's Pet 2, the Arrow Unmasked. You also got an original Joker. Bank Robber Joker is really awesome. Alien, some Firefly with Captain Malcolm Reynolds. But coming down here, guys, we got Spider-Ham. I have that one in my collection. That's a great one for sure. What else do we see in here? We have Willy Wonka, Augustus Gloop, Matt Murdock. That's going to be a great one to pick up, guys, with the new series that's coming out here this next year. I mean, what else can we see in here? We got a Rocksteady over there as well from TMNT. That Sonic, guys, that is one that I need a part of my original collection. I may take a look at it today and see if I want to pick it up, but it's definitely on my list for sure. And another one, guys, that's on my list is the original Animal. This one is the flocked one, but I think out of all of them, I wouldn't mind having the flocked one over the regular one. I'm not sure. I'm still undecided. And then some of the other stuff that I'm seeing in here, guys, we have a Kill Bill pop. We have an original Hobbit pop. Got the Flock Tigger. We got Betty Rubble. Some WWE. We have Jay from Jay and Silent Bob and a couple other ones. But I definitely have some choices. Maybe I'll look at that Sonic and that Animal and I'll think about it. Alrighty, one pop was secured. I didn't end up going on that Sonic or that Animal, but I still did get something. But let's head on over to our next location inside of another mall. So I made it on over to the shops at Southtown Mall, guys. I'm here at one of my favorite stores, which is Raz Closet. We're going to explore around a little bit and see if they have anything that I'm looking for, but I always love coming here, guys. They have a great selection of stuff here. A lot of the things that I'm looking for, guys, is like cartoon-related things, but so far I'm not seeing anything, but I had to show off the Simpsons, guys. I am Simpsons complete. As far as I know, maybe there's one that I'm missing, but I believe I'm complete. That Johnny Bravo is pretty cool, guys. I think there's a couple of Cartoon Network pops that are on my list. But if you guys want to take a look at some of the other pops that they have in like their movies and television section, they've got some good ones. I love the Home Alone pops right there, Matrix. You got Elf. Clark Kent from Smallville is a really cool one. I started watching that show again. It's a pretty classic one. I'm trying to see if there's anything else in here, guys. Like Christmas Vacation's really cool. I love that movie. Definitely one of my favorite Christmas movies for sure. But other than that, I'm not really seeing any other cartoon related or Nickelodeon, you know, that kind of stuff that I'm looking for. Okay, so I am here at this Grail case right here, guys, and I'm noticing a couple of things that are kind of like borderline what I'm looking for. I'll explain here in a second. What I mean is one of the original Disney pops that I'm looking for, guys, is this Boo, but it is signed, and I think I'd prefer it to not be signed, obviously because it would be cheaper, but that is still a really cool piece. I wonder how much it is. It doesn't have a price tag on the front, but looking around, seeing some of the other cool stuff they have. I love that, actually, that Dom Toretto Fast and Furious ride. It's kind of hard to see because it's being covered up by other things, but that's probably one of the best rides that are out there with the Charger. And then coming up, guys, on the top right here, or at least the next level, we got a Freddy Krueger and Jason 2-pack, some Chases. The Raven's a cool one. Puss in Boots is one that I have in my collection, or else I would definitely pick it up today. Kind of going around, they got the Crystal Blue Heisenberg, which is awesome. Gotta love the original Breaking Bad pops. I say new ones, but I don't think they've ever made any since the first wave, but taking a look, trying to see if there is anything that I want to pick up. Don't believe that there are any Scooby-Doo pops that I'm looking for, but I do love the Scooby-Doo line. More anime up in here, definitely not an anime collector, but he's got a lot of different cool autographs in here if you guys want to take a look. And some more fun pops that are up here, guys, with some Chases, some kind of rare exclusives. Definitely a lot to choose from. All right, over here, guys, it looks like there's some more cartoon and also like Marvel related pops, and there's one that I'm seeing up here that I don't have on my list, but I'm kind of curious why it's at $30. It's an original Disney pop, and that would be this guy right here, guys. We have an original Chernobog from 2012, and I think it's probably a little bit cheaper because it does have some box damage. It's kind of hard to show off on here, but I don't think I've ever seen that pop in person. That's a cool one. But if you guys want to take a look at some of the other pops that are on this shelf, you have some South Park in here, some Pokemon, some really cool Spider-Man pops. I love that Spider-Gwen from Into the Spider-Verse. Some other fun Disney pops in here. You got Lucy Van Pelt from the Peanuts. I'm looking for another different version of Lucy, so I already have that one though. But up top, guys, some more anime, a couple different NFTs, some TMNT if you're into that. So some good ones. Scrolling through this back wall, guys, to see if there's anything that I want to pick up today. I know that I do have the Universal Monsters on my list, but this is the version that I'm not looking for. I'm looking for that original set, but this is the Walgreens exclusive Frankenstein with Flower. We got a Count Orlok chase from Nosferatu, American Horror Story, not stuff that I'm into. I'm more wanting the, the classic Universal Monsters. This is pretty close though. I gotta say, this is a new pop, but I do love the Flock Tales chase. Definitely one of my favorite recent chases for sure. But yeah, kind of going through everything else horror related. There's a couple of video game things down there. Not seeing anything that I want today. All right, guys, actually right behind here, I noticed two pops that I am looking for because there are some original Disney ones that I'm wanting. Two of them being the Incredibles ones, guys. So we have Elastigirl right here and also Mr. Incredible. They do not have prices on them yet, so I'm kind of curious how much they are. I mean, we've definitely got a good budget today for sure. But yeah, this is coming in from 2011, so it's definitely an older one for sure. And you can see some other ones on the back right there that I'm looking for too. But I don't know. I'm thinking about these. I'll have to ask the price on them.
A few moments later.
All right, I realized I was missing a clip right here. So this is editing Mason, but outside of Raz Closet, guys, I didn't end up picking up the Incredible Pops. Owner of the store that was from his personal collection, and he decided that he wanted to keep them, which is totally fine, but we are gonna head to our next store.
And that would be Pop City, Utah. So hopefully they've got something that I need. Made my way inside of the store, guys. I think I'm gonna explore a little bit to see if there's any like mid-range stuff that's on my list that I'm looking for, but yeah, that's where we're gonna start. I think a lot of the pops that I'm looking for will probably be on this back section right here if they do have any, but so far I'm not seeing anything that's sticking out to me. Kind of looking through all these different pillars as well because they might have a couple of things, but I think I'll probably need to check their grail cases. So to start off with, guys, I guess we can start off with this side right here. We have a couple of different Big Bang like cosplay Funko Pops right here. None that I'm looking for, but I think those are fun. Been watching The Big Bang Theory with my wife. It's a fun show. We have The Walking Dead right here with Carol. You got Bumble right there. Actually, that's a cool one. I don't have that on my list, but I don't know. I don't think I want to pick them up because then I'd want to pick up all the other ones. So even though that's a cool one, I think I'm going to pass on it today, even though it's in the style of stuff that I like. We got a Freddy Funko superhero right there. The Fire Commander down there is great, and a Freddy Funko as a Space Ranger Commander, something like that. And then taking a look at some of the other things that they have in here, guys. They have some New York Comic Con exclusives that just came out. I think one of my favorites would probably have to be that Metal Knuckles right there. Looking down, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. All that original Nosferatu is really cool. It's not on my list of like the Universal monsters, but maybe? Does it have to be? I'll think about it. But looking around, we got a Spider-Man in there, some other Freddy Funkos, some more Pop Asia, and also a Catwoman. And then on this other guy's side, it looks like it's more of the same. We have the Big Bang Theory cosplayers with Howard and also Raj, some more Walking Dead, some tennis, and then some other Freddy Funkos. It looks like it's almost a carbon copy of the other side. Okay, coming over to this other grail case right here, guys, we have a Donald Trump, and this one's kind of interesting. It looks like they made their own box for this one. But yeah, it's an interesting pop for sure. Kind of a crazy one that's gone up in price recently. But we got Kevin Durant, Steph Curry 2-pack, which is good. We have another Catwoman, which is the Dark Knight one. King and Kodos is always a really solid one. If I already didn't have that one, I definitely picked that one up. We have an original He-Man, Nick Fury, Iron Man from the Avengers movie, some more Pop Asia down here. I don't know, nothing so far, but we've still got a couple places to check. Okay, guys, so this is the Mega Grail case. Right off the bat, I'm not seeing anything that I am wanting. I mean, I do want the Haunted Mansion Ghost. Unfortunately, this isn't the version that I want because I don't want to spend a ton of money on the like really limited ones. So we have the glow-in-the-dark Ezra, we have the glow-in-the-dark Hatbox Ghost, and also the glow-in-the-dark Gus. If they had the original ones, I would definitely pick those ones up today, but I don't know. I feel like the original ones are just as good for me to collect. I don't need the glow-in-the-dark ones. But speaking of glow-in-the-dark, guys, we got a Walter White in there. You got Iron Patriot, the Freddy Funko, like Willy Wonka set with the Oompa Loompa and Willy Wonka, 500 and 400 pieces. That's insane. Mike Wazowski, Buzz Lightyear, a Mike Wazowski Chase. Dang, we also have is that the 400-piece Boba Fett? That's a crazy one too. Mandalorian, Jason Voorhees Chase, Spider-Man, 1,000-piece glow-in-the-dark Japan exclusive Chase. Dang. And then looking back here, guys, I'm not seeing anything that I want to pick up either. They do have some fun pops with the elf ones right there. Nathan Drake, I do love the Uncharted series. It's one of my favorite PlayStation games for sure. And then kind of looking around to see if there's anything else. A couple of different grails back there, guys. In that case with the Spider-Man, Master Chief, and the Gold Hopper. But as of today at Pop City, I don't think there's anything that I want to pick up.
Okay, I am back at home. That didn't quite go as I expected it to. Although at some of the stores like the Nerd Store, I did find that Sonic. It was in a little bit more rough condition that I anticipated it to be in. And it was like, I don't know, there was just a couple things off about it. So I decided to pass on Sonic. But from the Nerd Store, I ended up buying at least one thing, and it didn't knock off too much money off of our budget, guys. For only $15, I believe. This is a Ray Gun Stewie. Now, this isn't a grail by any means, guys, but it is an older pop, came out in 2015. So it's definitely a little bit harder to find. And I am on the hunt for the other Family Guy pops, guys, the normal Stewie and Peter. So I'll have to see if I can eventually find those. But either way, I mean, there's a couple of little like imperfections on this box, but for $15, I don't see this one very often. I figured it was a good pickup. But over at Raz Closet, guys, I almost got those Incredibles pops. They just wanted to hold on to them for a little bit longer. And I didn't end up finding anything over at Pop City. So that kind of wraps it up for this video, guys. I still got an insane amount of money in my budget. So we'll have to see. Maybe I'll hop on over to Whatnot and see if I can buy any grails that way. But thank you guys so much for watching again. You guys are awesome and the best. If you enjoyed this series, give it a thumbs up and let me know down in the comment section below if I should go to any really cool stores across the country that may help me, you know, complete my collection a little bit more. Let me know down below. Be sure to subscribe as well so you don't miss out on any future episodes. And like always, guys, remember to be kind to one another, always promote positivity. I'll see you in the next video. Catch you guys later.